So welcome back for another video. This video I will be talking about my latest reads. As I mentioned in my other review, I had did a recent book haul from Second and Charles, but those books will be read like throughout the year. That will be my fall reads. For the month of August, I did mention that I will be diving into self-help. The self-help books I will be reading, I will be sharing in a another future vlog this month, because I am featuring local authors in the community, which is 4 authors that I'm showcasing on my website, guys. So those books I will be reading throughout the month of August, plus plus just wrapping up my July reads. So once once we get the ball rolling on those features, I will discuss more about that in another video. So lately, my book club meeting is Sunday. So I will be discussing the books that we read for this meeting. So the main read, I don't have a physical copy. I've been doing audio for that one. It's titled Too Late by Colleen Hoover. If you know, you know, Colleen Hoover is a well-known author. The first book I read by Colleen was Verity. I haven't read a lot of books by Colleen. I think this is my third read by her, the book that we're currently reading. Too Late. I'm not really, y'all, the book. Okay, let me just say, it felt like one of those books that Colleen was just like, you know how like certain authors, they'll just have like a book that they like are working on like between projects. It just felt like a book that she just threw in the catalog at the last minute, was just like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and feature this one. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and release it. It really did feel like that. Don't get me wrong, it didn't feel rushed, because her books are page turners. Like she does get to the point. She is, if you read her books, the few that I have read, she isn't an author that beats around the bush. She does get to the point. But this particular story, the main character was Sloan, I believe, because like I said, I'm doing audio. The main character was Sloan, and her boyfriend was called Asa. And they had another guy that was interested in her, because I don't want to give the book away. They had another guy that was interested in her. Well, his fictional name, I believe, was Carter, but his real name was Luke, because he was undercover. Like I said, I'm not going to give the story away. And remember, I mentioned in the summer devotional, like this book, it did contain a trigger. Not for me personally, but the book does talk about domestic violence, and the main character, she does suffer from a domestic situation throughout the book. So that's why I say, so books like that, guys, I like to give warnings and to readers, because I know books like that, especially if you have been through that trauma in your life, if you experience that personal experience yourself, there may be parts of the book that may be triggering for you. I haven't been in a domestic situation, you know, so I couldn't relate to that part of the book. But me being a reader and also an author, I'm very mindful. I'm becoming more sensitive to subjects like that, because we tend to desensitize ourselves. Like when we read books about, you know, people getting murdered, people getting raped, just, you know, like all these different situations that occur in the book. You know, it might be, you know, like once you read so many, it's just like, oh, okay. But we have to understand that there are people that are living this life, like in real life, like that are in these that are in these real life situations. So the more I read, I'm becoming very mindful about that, about those topics. So when I read a book and it discusses topics like that, I do like to give warnings for the reader. Like I say, like the book I had read with Akweke, you know, the book contained incest. Have I've never went through that in my life, but I know people that have experienced that. So reading a book like that can definitely be a trigger to some. So I just like to, you know, be mindful, give warnings. And also, I have to understand in my future works, when I write another book, I have to, you know, be mindful about that. I have to understand that certain things I may talk about may affect the reader. So, just throwing that out there, guys. So yeah, too late. Like I say, I have like 2 hours left of the audio because I did that on audio, so I don't have an official rating, but I will say it's mid for me. The rating is probably not going to be high. It's probably like a 3-star read for me, to say the least. So the bonus read was by Rebecca Cyril. It's called One Italian Summer. This book was an easy read. I finished this book in a day, guys. I finished this book in a day. It was a fun summer read. The thing about it is this book also, she talked about grief. The main character, not to spoil the book, but the main character dealt with a lot mentally. She had recently lost her mother. Her mother had passed. So she was going through a lot mentally, and it was to a point where, of course, what happened was very life changing for her because, you know, she lost her mother died. So she was lost in the world. She didn't know exactly the next step to take, and you know, so she ended up taking a trip to Italy. It was a story about self-discovery, just finding herself, but also picking up the pieces in her life, and also discovering past moments that happened in her mother's life that she didn't quite know about, that she uncovered in the book. So I will say, overall, I will give this book a 4 out of 5. Rebecca Cyril, she definitely has an easy writing style. Uh, she has another book titled In 5 Years. Hold on, because I think I have that one also. Um, so this is also a part of my summer read, In 5 Years. I actually borrowed this from the library. This copy, I borrowed this from my cousin because I didn't have a physical copy, but she ended up reading it. So she was just like, "Girl, you can just borrow mine." So this is her copy of the book. And In 5 Years, I borrowed this from the library because once I had finished One Italian Summer, I definitely wanted to read another book by her because her writing is fun. It's very easy, even though like the topic she discussed, because obviously a character lost a parent in this book, and that's very life changing. I can't say that I can relate to that kind of loss. I can relate to a loss because I have lost a lot of loved ones in my life, but as far as losing a parent, I don't know how that feels because I'm blessed to say that both of my parents are still here on this earth. Thank God, you know, so I don't take that for granted because I do know that people uh would definitely relate to the main character of this book. But the author Rebecca, she definitely had a way, even though the book could have been heavy, it definitely didn't feel that way. She had a way of still covering hard topics, but it still was light to read, if that makes sense. It was still a read that I would recommend if you wanted a summer read that was just quick to read. You know, but I will say it does talk about grief and loss, but it's not heavy. She makes it bearable to read and tolerable to read. So if you have lost a parent, or if you have experienced a loss that is just so deep and painful, I won't say that reading this book, you will relate to the main character, but will it be something that will trigger you to the point where you couldn't finish the book? I don't think so. I do believe that it is bearable to read, even if you have been through that situation as far as the main reader. So yeah, in five, so I really did. I like her. That was my first book by Rebecca Searle. So I will be reading in 5 years by her. Yeah, I will be diving into that soon. And also in the month of August, guys, I will be starting The Artist's Way. Remember I told y'all I just wanted to really tap into my creative path, get back into writing so I can get this train going to prepare for my next book that I do want to publish. I was I'm still reading Writing Down Your Soul. So I will dive into The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron this month. A vlogger that I subscribe to on YouTube, she recently, she's already started The Artist's Way. So I've been watching some of her videos just talking about her experience and and so forth. So I'm excited about starting that. So yeah, guys, that wraps up this part of the vlog. Like I say, this vlog will be ongoing. I just wanted to, just really share and like really tap in on what I thought about the two reads. So like I say, Too Late by Colleen Hoover I will give it a solid 3. I'm not crazy about it. And it's not just because of the domestic violence part, y'all. It's just the book is just a hot mess. Like, Colleen is a mess. Like, the book is a mess. Like, overall, like, there was just some parts I was just like, like I was like really like laughing out loud because it's a mess. But then again, I don't blame it because the main characters are college students. So yeah, that's all I need to say about that. That's all I need to say. So of course you can imagine why it's wild because the characters are very young, very immature, in a lot of ways, more than one. So yeah. So like I said, it was mid for me, very mid. Like I said, I haven't finished it yet. So, but I will say I'm pretty sure nothing spectacular is going to happen within the last 2 hours of the book. So like, and I know I'm not the type to give a rating before I finish the book, but I will say what I've read so far, guys, it's a solid 3 for me. It's a solid 3. So One Italian Summer, I loved it. I do recommend it if you're looking for a nice summer read. So yeah, I gave this book 4 stars. My book club meeting is tomorrow, so I will definitely be back for this vlog. I will bring y'all along, of course, to see what my book club buddies thought about the books and their thoughts and perspectives also on it. So yeah, I will see y'all in for the next part of this vlog. Until next time, bye for now. Well, hello guys, happy Sunday. So I am just getting out of church. Like I told y'all, I had to I gotta hurry up and change my outfit, but I will be leaving out shortly. I think the place we're meeting up at is only like 16 minutes away from my house, which is good timing. I ended up having to leave church a little bit earlier than I had to because I didn't want to rush. So I am back home. Please excuse my neighbor is cutting grass in the background, but I had just wanted to come in and I will show y'all my outfit, and I will be back on my way to the book club. Alrighty, I'll see y'all in a bit. Okay guys, so I made it. Y'all, why the GPS had me, this is the building, why the GPS had me going the wrong direction? I had to call my cousin because I had got lost. But let me show y'all my outfit. My shoes, can you see my little shoes? Am I really cute? So yeah guys, I'm about to go in here because I'm not late. Wait, what time is it? It is 1:55 and the meeting starts at 2, so I'm about to go ahead and walk in here, and I'll see y'all in a bit. my party's here already. Stacy?
Stacy,
Yes, ma'am. Thank
You hear me say that I'm so lucky to be loving you.
I'm gonna bring the rest on the plate if I don't eat it. The only difference is you get an appetizer and you get a dessert.
I got sick. My daughter gave me some new snacks. Didn't agree with his stomach.
you. Oh.
Right. What is that?
Girl, that's what I was talking about. Feel like you on vacation. So good.
What the
I know that 5-course dinner, huh? That's the same thing I said. I was just like, and then they come with a salad. Hello guys. Okay, I am back home. I just came back from my meeting. Another meeting, another lovely meeting. Okay, so overall, the book club, they did enjoy both reads. As I mentioned before, my review was, I did my review earlier in the vlog. I had gave Too Late a solid 3, and I had gave One Italian Summer a solid 4. So yeah, guys, it is officially Sunday. I'm about to get out these clothes. About to shower, just freshen up, get myself together, because like I said, I have been ripping and running since this morning. So yeah, your girl is tired. So it is safe to say this concludes the book vlog. So guys, remember I told y'all I was reading In 5 Years by Rebecca Cyril. I'm gonna start that. I'm still doing the audio of Gold Coast Dilemma. So I'll probably dive into that tonight once I get settled. And I do have 2 books by Rebecca Watkins that I want to read also in Orbital. And I also have I don't know if I shared the other 2 with y'all, but we can do that in this vlog too. So these books I had ended up renting because I heard great things about it from my vlog girlies. So Junie by Aaron Crosby Eckstein. I hope I'm pronouncing the name right. So I had recently, shout out to Bryn. I had just watched a vlog by her and she raved about this book. So I would definitely dive into this one come this summer. And The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. So yeah, guys. And like I said, I also have some self-help that I have to read in August this month. That deals with my website. You know, I'm featuring some fellow local authors, so I'm excited about that. So I will be diving into their books also this month. So so yeah, guys, like I say, my TBR is very full. But as far as my book club, we had an amazing time. We had a new member come that joined today, so I'm excited about that. Shout out to her. We had a good time just discussing these books. We had went to like this Italian restaurant. It was really nice. So, as a matter of fact, I didn't even get a chance to eat up my to even eat all my food because I ended up having to leave to go to another engagement. So it's just been a busy Sunday, guys. So like I said, I'm going to wrap up this video and I will see y'all for the next one. Until next time, happy reading and bye-bye.